Welcome back to the Suit Up Geek Fix podcast. I am so happy to present this brand new show. This is episode 1 of our Suit Up Geek Fix Roundup, where we round up the latest breaking news and hot topics in film, TV, and pop culture in general. We're down one, unfortunately, but the rest of us Suit Up Geeks are all here. Coming from the 6, we got Miss Manda, the Queen. How are you, my dear? How we doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited that we're doing this, and there's so much to talk about, so I'm excited.
Yeah, super fun. We got Matt Wyatt in the house. He says, "What up?" with his Spidey mask in the thumb. Down below, we got from Colorado, we got Ryan at Just Ryan again. How you doing, my friend? I'm so happy you got your Captain America pop early. I was 2 days early.
It's that one right there. I'll show it later, but it's dope as fuck, and he got it for mad cheap. That shit's like $60 on Amazon. He got it for me for like 30. God bless. That's all I gotta say to that. But man, we got some spicy stories here. I got some spicy ass breath because you know what? I've been eating a lot of wings lately, and it's about to come out right now, Loretto. It's about to come out.
Super stoked. Yeah, you're very welcome, man. I was glad to help. I had such a great time down at Universal City. But without further ado, let's get this started. We got Comic is Cinema in the house. Watching Revenge of the Sith before Obi-Wan. That's a good
Hell
choice.
yeah,
I mean,
baby.
Gotta start with the Battle of the Heroes there.
I mean, the best prequel film, arguably, right?
It's true.
Man, dude,
As much as I love Attack of the Clones and the dramatic monologues.
Just stop, because I knew you were gonna say that. Don't embarrass
If you're
yourself.
just joining
like
us, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe down below if you're having fun with us. Please comment. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Like I said, this is episode 1 of the Suit Up Geek Fix Roundup. So, without further ado, find the mouse.
Love it.
All right, y'all, let's kick it off with some awesome first looks at Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk. I believe this merchandise was available on Amazon. These are photos of a cup, people, but we did get a good look at what we can expect from Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk. I'm going to drop this down to Rye. I'm not terribly familiar with this actress. I hear a lot of great things in our film circles and between friends, but I'm not familiar with her. Are you excited for her iteration of the character?
Honestly, not too familiar on her. I remember when she was casted, I said the same thing, and I'm like, wait a second, I've seen her in this one thing. I don't remember what that one thing was, and I can't tell you what that one thing is, but I've seen her once, but that doesn't really say much. But looking at these images, I think she's got the look down, and I think they got the look down on the visual effects side. I think Marvel has done a really good job at blending face and creature. And say what you want about Professor Hulk in Avengers Endgame, his VFX was fucking awesome, and I really like that you could tell that it's also the actor behind it, and that we've gotten so far to that. And you know, it forms her identity as the character compared to, let's just say, like Eric Bana's 2003 Hulk film, where two completely different, distinct versions between the Hulk and the Bruce Banner. There's really no mergence of the two. But with Hulk actually transforming in the MCU and then having this, or oh my god, why can't they have her first name?
The actress?
No. Character.
Jessica.
Character. Jessica Walters,
Jessica.
right?
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the visual effects look really good. I really like that you can just tell it's the actress behind the makeup. It's not really makeup, but it's the visual effects makeup. So I really like it, and honestly, I'm hyped as fuck for this show.
I was gonna say, I think the main thing here is that she gives off this like thing where she's beautiful but also strong, which is not exactly easy to do. I think she looks great. What about you, Amanda? Are you familiar with this actress?
I adore Tatiana Maslany because she is from here. Obviously, I'm gonna be happy about that. But if you haven't seen Orphan Black, please watch Orphan Black. She plays like 8 different characters on that show, and she's phenomenal. So when she got cast, I'm just really happy that a Canadian gal is going to be the lead in her own show. So I was just really happy about that. And I agree with what Ryan says. She looks good. The character's design is really strong. I think they've like improved so much for phase 4, and like we're just gonna get like better costumes. Like if you look at the Moon Knight costume, obviously it looks phenomenal. So I'm really vibing with this, and I cannot wait for people to get to know her and then go watch Orphan Black. So
I was gonna say that's the show I heard of. Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, so
It looks like the Canucks are on the rise. We got Shang-Chi, we got She-Hulk. It's awesome. Getting some love for our neighbors up north. All right, and jumping right into our next bit of hot news, we got HBO Max ordering the Penguin spinoff, starring Colin Farrell. And look, y'all, if you haven't seen the Batman yet, please go catch it on Discount Tuesday. Bring your family, bring your friends. It's a wonderful experience, top to bottom, especially if you're a fan of the character. Amanda, how excited are you to get this show? Kind of, I think it's like the rise of the Penguin in the ranks of the mob. What are you expecting here, and how excited are you?
Well, you said the magic word is going to be a mob-related show, so I am sold. I absolutely love Colin Farrell. I think he deserves something with longevity at the same time. He really impressed me as the Penguin. I wanted more screen time for him, but what we got to see, I think he's really going to grow with Coppelbot, and I'm just excited to see what's going to happen in the show, who's going to be introduced in the show. And I think that they're really going to fuse the cinematic experience with HBO Max quite well, especially if they're just building around the Batman characters and the Rogues Gallery. So yeah, I'm really excited for him. He deserves this.
You know what I'm hopeful for is that they kind of take a note from Disney Plus, like, similar with like WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier, and maybe we can get whatever happens in the Penguin show to have actual consequence in the next Batman film. I think that would be awesome. What about you, Ryan, man? How excited are you for this announcement for this show?
I'm cautiously optimistic, but I only say that because I'd rather have this be the second one out of the two primary Batman spin-off shows to premiere on HBO Max. I'm just really excited for the Arkham series more so than the Penguin, but I'm really curious to see like how they keep setting up his origin, because there's much to this character that they still have to really, I don't want to say they have to get to, but add to the character with the monocle, his limp, even to what he wears. Who knows, maybe they'll do a realistic version of his killer umbrella where he has all these machine guns and gadgets. Who knows what they'll do, and maybe like they'll start showing more of that side of the character. Who knows? Maybe he gets shot in the season premiere and that's when he starts limping. So I'm really curious to see what they do in the aspect of the character in that way. I hope we get the monocle just because it's cheesy as shit, and I think Colin Farrell would rock the fuck out of it.
For sure.
You know what? I'm not going to argue about him smoking. It is what it is, HBO, Warner Brothers, whoever made that choice. Very questionable. But yeah, I hope we don't get more than or multiple seasons. I feel like this is going to be a very one-off show. I feel like it's going to be 8 episodes. It's going to be the rise of the Penguin, and then that's when he becomes like a primary villain within the movies, I'd say. So I just want to see like what more information they're gonna announce with this, because I think they're gonna start shooting this summer, I'm pretty sure, or like later in the fall time.
Yeah, most likely.
Well said, man. If they do the umbrella stuff, that would be so cool. I need to see a machine gun umbrella, or like an umbrella with a blade or something, even if it's something that's simple. That'd be so fun. Also for me, I think I would love for Colin Farrell to differentiate himself from Robin Lord Taylor, because we just seen that kind of rise of Penguin in Gotham, that series. Not everyone's seen it, but it's there if people want to check it out. So I hope Colin Farrell can kind of make his own path, so to say, in that regard. Tyler here is saying, poor Colin putting all that makeup on for an entire series.
Literally, the one in the Telltale game is literally shirtless with a blazer, and I'm like, why? Just why?
Yeah, Tyler's always spitting facts. Thanks for joining us, Tyler.
We laugh now, but watch, this year's gonna get some Emmy nominations, motherfuckers. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Saying it now.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna keep it trucking right along. Deep Water, starring Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas in a spicy thriller or drama. I'm not quite sure what this is, but we do have the trailer for you guys. Ryan, Amanda, have you guys seen this yet? I haven't watched
Unfortunately.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm the only one.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you'll
It's
see.
true.
You'll
All
see.
right, y'all. So let's throw this on real quick. I'm gonna be reacting to it for the first time. Anyone that hasn't seen this, please enjoy, because at the worst, they're very good-looking people, right? So
Facts. Yeah.
here's the trailer for Deep Water.
Why are you the only man who wants to stay with me?
I don't know.
Are you too?
I do.
That's good.
Why is mom so different around other people?
I think this is who she is.
You love me.
Of course.
You're not born.
No.
The fact that she's comfortable flaunting all these relationships around all of us, you're better than that.
She's different. That's what I like about her.
I just want to feel joy in my life.
You want to tell me why you didn't come home last night?
Not really.
This isn't a game, Melinda.
It's always been a game. The truth is, if you were married to anyone else, you'd be so bored, you'd kill yourself. Do you think we'll ever be just happy?
God, I hope so.
Yo, that is coming out in the next few days. I'm gonna preface this by saying, people may not know who Adrian Lin is. He's the director of this film. He did Fatal Attraction, Unfaithful with Diane Lane, and he also did the underrated horror film Jacob's Ladder, starring Tim Robbins. I got kind of some vibes, like Eyes Wide Shut vibes, a little bit of Jacob's Ladder vibes. He's really good at suspense when he chooses to. This is actually kind of exciting. Ana de Armas is a hot up and coming actress. It looks spicy. It looks sexy. There's a mystery going on here. And I think more so than something like Geely, I think Ben Affleck's chemistry with her is going to make this worth a watch. Ryan, I got to hear your takes about this. You don't seem too excited. Is there anything? What is it about this trailer that concerns you?
Everything, bro. Everything about this trailer. And it only makes it funnier realizing that they're not together anymore. And I hate to say that because now you watch this and, like, I'll be honest, I'm confused as fuck watching this trailer. I have no clue what's really going on. She's fucking Ben Affleck at one point. She's fucking Jacob Elordi at one point. She's fucking another dude at one point. And this is supposed to be a story about her and Ben Affleck being married. I'm like, yo, what? They're married? Like, I don't know. The acting on Ana de Armas just coming off like, what are you trying to do, sweetheart? You look like you're trying to act in a porno or something. I don't know. It doesn't feel like she's giving it her all, and or something along the lines of literally anything we've seen her in. I don't know. They don't have very good chemistry. I think that's what it is, which I find very funny that they dated and their chemistry on the screen is not good. I mean, who knows? Third time's the charm for Ben Affleck. Who knows who's the next girlfriend he's going to make a movie with and then break up with soon after. I don't know, but I feel awkward watching this. Something about this is unsettling to the point, like, I don't know, man. It kind of reminds me of Euphoria. I don't know if that's because of Jacob Elordi. It just makes me feel super awkward.
That's bad. That's so bad, right?
Oh my god, bro.
You know, fun fact, Rye. Ana de Armas has done promiscuous stuff before. She was in Eli Roth's Knock Knock, and she totally like seduced Keanu Reeves. With
But she was good in that movie.
She plays that femme fatale seduction thing really well. What about you, Amanda? Are you excited for this? Like, I mean, I can't be the only one, right? This looks kind of cool.
I love Ben Affleck and I love her. Like I adore Ben Affleck, but like I just want like one movie where he's married to someone to like his wife not try to do anything because like this feels like the Walmart version of Gone Girl. And like I don't want to say it that way because like Gone Girl is like god tier. So I don't know. This trailer is just I agree with Ryan. It's a bit awkward because they dated and like the dialogue's really weird. I remember watching the teaser trailer and like just the teaser of that like that one scene between the two of them. I won't go into details, but regardless, like that one scene, I was just like, this is cringe. It's like you don't want to like you don't want to look at it, but you can't turn away. And I feel like that's what's gonna be in the 2 hours of this movie. Um, but yeah, I love a good psych thriller. I'll watch it even if it's like not that great. If I can follow it and it's engaging and it's interesting and I'm commenting of how bad certain things are or it doesn't make sense, I think I'll enjoy it. But oh, I'm watching this for Ben. Honestly, it's gonna be cringe. I can't do it.
It's interesting that Rye, you brought up Euphoria because I guess this is
Oh.
co-written by
I
Simon.
didn't
No,
even
no,
know
Ryan, we're
that,
not
bro.
watching it.
I did not know that, and I'm not
I
really
didn't
into
even
Euphoria,
know
so I
that,
can't speak
bro.
on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, Tyler, why did you say that? Now I don't want to watch it.
Oh god, now everyone's pissed off.
Crap.
I mean, you can feel him just ooze off the screen.
Yeah.
It's kind of chilling, but not in a good way. Like,
Our good friend Matt says he didn't know what he was watching in that
exactly.
trailer. Hey,
It's
that's
like,
part
let's
of the
stir the
mystery, man.
pot.
And I think it
Mhm.
reels you in. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
me. I don't know.
Also, apparently, the early screenings for this movie have just been dog shit, like absolutely
Really?
awful. Yeah, that's what
Jeez.
that's what I've heard continuously throughout the day. But people haven't like said this movie exactly, but when all the critics are saying they're watching this, but then they say I won't name this movie, and then they go like it's pretty obvious. But you know what?
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I
So
it's
Comic
gonna be
is
cringy.
Cinema
I
says he
hope it's
can't wait for
good.
it. There you go. Somebody's with me.
I hope it's
I'm
good for
glad
you,
people
Sam.
are
Like,
excited for it.
we hear Sam Levinson and we're like, oh, we're like,
Oh
no, thank
no.
you.
Oh, red flag, red flag.
Yeah, big time.
All right. Here's actually one of my favorite things that popped up. I think it was just yesterday. Sean Levy, who, if you guys don't know, he directed Free Guy, and he just recently directed The Adam Project on Netflix, both films starring Ryan Reynolds. He has been tapped to direct Deadpool 3. And I will say that although Free Guy was a lot more fun than I imagined from the trailers that were coming before I saw the movie in theaters, I don't know how I feel about Sean Levy handling Deadpool's material with all the F-bombs and the fourth wall breaking. And I think as long as he doesn't like censor or restrict the character of Deadpool, I mean, I'll go into this cautiously optimistic. I'll drop it right down to you, Amanda. Are you familiar with Sean Levy's work? Are you excited about this hiring, or do you think we should have went with somebody else?
I think that this is low-key a match made in heaven because he works so well with Ryan Reynolds. I think he'll pull out a like very good performance from him. Unfortunately, this movie is rated PG-13. So the mouse is kind of controlling that and Disney's controlling that. So
Wait, is that
we
official?
yeah, right.
No,
I thought
it's
you
Is that official? Because I'd be
no,
pissed.
it's not official.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
Then I don't know. Okay, I thought it was. It was PG-13.
The only thing I told you is now it's leaning to more that it might be confirmed that it's
Oh, okay.
PG-13 because
Oh,
Sean Levy was hired. I mean, he's made Free Guy and
yeah.
he's made the Adam Project, which are pretty family friendly, especially the Adam Project when
Yeah.
if you take away the explanation for them turning into dust, if you put them in any other condition there, that shit is fucking brutal and gory. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I picture him as a PG-13 director. I feel like we all have those type of directors that don't really reach beyond the extent of the age gate,
Mm.
age gate between like PG-13 and R specifically. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's I'm more cautiously optimistic. I think they work really well together. I like
Yeah.
his directing style. It's just I don't know how it's gonna work and feel with this character, and I'm not even sure it would be Sean Levi's fault if, let's say, it was PG-13. You know what I mean? That's who he is. That's what he wants to direct.
Yeah.
It runs into the situation of the character is built off being R, and it's hard to make it work because if you guys want a good version of a PG-13 Deadpool, they released a PG-13 version of Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah,
But it was
wasn't it like a Christmas release? And then
yeah,
they
it
made
was
it.
a
Yeah.
Christmas
It was like the
release.
Princess Bride, like he was like reading the
Yeah.
book or some shit.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
it was funny, but like some of the jokes didn't hit as well because it was losing that violence. But you never know. It wasn't designed. That movie wasn't designed to be a PG-13 movie, and they had to made some editing choices. So who knows if it'll be different when looking at the pre-production going forward, knowing that they're going to make it PG-13. And
No, I agree, Raj.
I'm more curious.
So
I don't know
Comic
how
is
they're gonna
Cinema
do
is
it.
saying it's rated
It
R.
is
I remember
confirmed.
reports
Yeah.
from when they did the merger that they weren't going to censor Deadpool. So fingers crossed they stick to that. Tyler says free Ryan Reynolds from the grip of Sean Levy.
Hey, Canadian buddies
Matt
stick
says he's on
together.
board.
God.
He loves what he did with Free Guy, and Disney confirmed
Yeah.
that Deadpool 3 is rated R. So let's hope they just don't backpedal on that. I think I'm open to seeing a trailer, but just like you, Rye, I'm definitely cautiously optimistic for
I'm
sure.
excited. I think they'll nail it. I don't know. It comes down to the script too, because I hated Deadpool 2. I did not like it. I didn't think it was fun at all.
You don't like good movies. That we know
Don't
that
start.
already.
Don't start.
Fun.
It was
ripped
fun.
him in half. That was great.
I know it's fun, but like Deadpool, like
And
the
Domino,
first one,
Zazie Beats.
love her, but it's the fact that like Deadpool's up here, and then Deadpool 2 is like down here, and like I
That's
didn't
not
know.
a good
like,
explanation to why you don't
I
like
just
it. To
didn't
say
like it.
The
I didn't.
first one's
I
up here
think
and the second one's on here.
I
Like,
But you love
personally think
Venom.
that this. Okay, let's not go there.
Bruno, don't
Okay.
start me.
Excuse you, people.
Loretta's really trying
I'm
to start me
saying
now.
no. Just,
No,
okay,
no, I'm
the
starting.
first
Look.
Deadpool had a better structured story, and then Deadpool 2, I feel like was kind of all over the place, and they were trying to do too much with it. And
Kind
I
of like
didn't.
your taste.
Whoa,
Wow, is that
hey,
a roast section?
no, but
That is
Amanda,
a
you know what?
roast. That
It's
is a
actually
roast.
fair. I think Deadpool 2 was a little bit. They were throwing a lot of stuff on the wall there, but I had fun with it. So
I hope they just bring it in Deadpool 3, and I think that he's gonna be great. I really do think this is gonna work, and I just hope that, like you said, they don't pull the R rating, because I find it really hard that they're gonna release this with an R rating. I don't know why, but I just do.
I'll believe it when I see it, motherfuckers. That's
Right.
my
Yeah.
until they officially say coming soon rated R. I ain't believing shit.
Yeah.
So next up on the agenda, we heard that Michael B. Jordan is set to star alongside Will Smith in a sequel to the 2007 film I Am Legend. Amanda, what do you think about this? Are you a Michael B. Jordan fan? Do you think this has any kind of excitement for you as a fan of the original film? What do you think is going to happen here?
Did you just ask me if I was a Michael B. Jordan fan? Of course I am. I love him. Oh my god. It's like literally.
It was a rhetorical question, but yes, I know you love him.
I love both of them. Yeah, I don't think this needed a sequel. I think it was fine with a one-off. I don't understand why Will Smith would do it, considering how the film ended. I'm excited for Mike getting more roles. That's fine. And them working together. I just don't understand why they would make a sequel to this. A prequel, like you were saying, Lo, when we were talking about it before, would make complete sense, I guess. But I don't know. I like seeing both of them together. It's fun that they're going to work together. So I think that's where my head's at the moment, or else the sequel's unnecessary.
I agree. I think we definitely need more story details because it is kind of confusing. And Tyler, I think, brings up a good point. Tyler says, not sure how Will Smith is back. Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen I
He
Am
blows
Legend.
his ass up. He just blows it.
Damn. We didn't give people a chance.
But yeah, what about you, Rye? What are your feelings on this announcement here?
Like, I just got to ask a question. Why? For what possible reason would you need to be making a sequel to this film that to M2 Legend? Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't know. The one thing I am curious about in this movie is what superhero team up movie they're gonna predict next. That's all I'm saying. Do you guys not know that joke? You
Hold
guys
on,
don't know
sorry,
that?
I was too busy because Tyler was cracking me up. What did you
Yeah.
say?
No, you don't care, Loretto.
Oh, would you just say it again?
No, I just want to see what superhero team up movie they tease next in I Am Legend 2, because they did it with BVS in the first one in 2007, and then we got BVS in 2016. Motherfuckers, they're turning into the Simpsons. They're guessing the future. I'm
That was
telling
actually
you.
really cool.
I'm telling you.
I
But
geeked out when I saw that. Like it was a poster or something, right?
yeah, it was like
In
a
like Times
poster in
Square.
Times Square. Yeah, I don't know why.
And
Why Michael B.
I just gotta say,
Jordan?
Tyler's always in the comments just dropping hot shit. He
2M2.
says 2M2 legend.
I mean, it's true.
What's the third one going to be called? Tyler, drop it.
No,
Oh,
I
dude,
agree with you, Ryan. I mean,
this
as
angers
much as
me.
I love both of these actors, I mean, who asked
Mhm.
for this movie, right? I mean,
Absolutely nobody.
Will Smith did, but guess what?
No,
It's
he probably didn't even ask for $5.
oh he did because he doesn't think
Nah.
he's gonna win an Oscar. And now that he's gonna win an Oscar, you really think this is still gonna get made after he wins? It's gonna be Oscar winner. It's gonna be Oscar
Right.
winner Will Smith and I Am Legend too. Like I highly doubt that like that's going to happen. So,
You keep questioning it, sweetheart. You keep
I
questioning
will
it.
because it doesn't make sense, Ryan.
Yeah,
yeah,
well, that's
I
how I
wanna
feel
refer
about a lot
to
of things you
Clifford the
say.
Big Red Dog. Like, who asked for that movie? I hope I
I
don't make anybody
did.
mad.
That was my childhood. Okay, I
forgot
love Clifford the
that
Big
movie.
Red Dog.
Was the movie good?
There's a big red dog. That's all that matters.
There's Clifford, the
You're
big
Clifford!
red CGI
Yay!
fucking dog.
Yeah, and he was cute. I love dogs. You know this.
He was adorbs with just slightly shit CGI.
I mean, it's okay. It's not for us. It's not meant
Clearly,
for
it
us.
wasn't for you.
All right,
Wow,
switching tracks a little bit.
that
We
just
got
scared the
Fede
little
Alvarez,
alien.
infamous for Evil Dead 2013, the remake of the original Evil Dead. He got tapped to direct a new Alien film, and I will say, I love Alien. I love aliens. I love the xenomorph creature, but it makes me kind of wonder: are we getting a little bit of alien fatigue? I'm not saying I am. I just feel like it's one of those franchises that I think Hollywood just refuses to let die. I'm gonna drop this down to Rye. You're a big horror fan, man. How do you feel about this? Because for me, I like Fede Alvarez. What do you think?
Again, why? Like, why are we making this? Like, there's a reason why Ridley Scott has not finished the Prometheus trilogy. And homie literally said, fuck the Prometheus trilogy, and is making a separate TV show for Hulu called Alien. And now they're making a separate film with Fede Alvarez, who hasn't had a good project under his belt since Don't Breathe back in 2018? Because he had big vocalization in this year's Texas Chainsaw and last year's Don't Breathe too. And those, in my book, were massive disappointments on every single scale. So I love Evil Dead 2013, and I really like Don't Breathe, the first one. But his last two movies with two really good ones, it's weighing out. I'm curious. I'm not excited. I don't know why we need another alien film, though. Like you said, fatigue or something. I feel like they're just trying to do this universe stuff with these unnecessary characters. Like, I don't know. It feels like they're wasting their time. And like, I just hope the one thing we get out of this is Fede brings back the horror of Alien and really goes deep into the scares and really giving us that deep, rich atmosphere that I think you get from Evil Dead. Or, man, we just need like some more Alien 1 type of vibes with this movie. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I would be here for it, Ryan. And I also want to say this is more of a fan theory on my part, but if we could just like derail from like Alien 3 and have Newt and Hicks survive, I mean,
Yeah,
that would
right.
be awesome. I would watch that. Like that's one way to get me in the seats, because same way like Halloween 2018 kind of ignored all the other sequels. I think it would be kind of fun to just ignore Alien 3 and beyond. But I don't know. Hope I don't piss anybody off with that. Amanda, what do you think? Are you into Alien? I don't know. I can't remember if you are or not.
I liked the first one, really liked the first one, and then I liked Prometheus, and I liked Covenant. So awkward. I know. I think because I watched it in IMAX, I'm like I was invested. I don't know what it was.
And then you get mad at me for questioning your taste
Can
when
you
you don't
stop?
even mention the second one. You don't even mention Aliens. You mentioned one, Prometheus and Covenant.
Because those are
Bro,
the ones that I
what? You might as well have
watched.
just said Alien 3
But
three times in a row.
but those are the ones that I watched though, and I'm saying that. So I enjoyed them,
So
but
you're telling me
like
you've never even seen Aliens?
no,
That's
I
embarrassing.
haven't.
That's like
It
not
That
saying
is
is.
that's
It
for
Terminator.
Mr.
is.
Cameron.
Like
You gotta watch
I'm
Aliens, man.
That's
sorry,
like
but
not
like I
watching
haven't seen
Terminator 2, bro.
I don't like Terminator as we've established in other
That's not what
streams,
I
and now
said. That's not what I said.
I'm just
I said
I
they're
understand what it's
legend.
like, but I just don't like that movie. Anyways,
So Matt
Oh
Wyatt
my
knows
I
what's
had
god.
to
up. He
bring it
said
up.
Alien and Aliens are god tier.
That's fair, and I'm
Tyler's
happy y'all
questioning if they'll
enjoy it.
bring back Ripley.
They'll
See
just do a
again,
prequel with
I
Ripley.
mean Ripley's like Laurie
That'd be cool.
Strode, so if you're gonna do it, I mean do it right, bring her back, but bring her back right. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what this is. We don't have enough details yet, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That new Texas Chainsaw movie was god
It was
awful.
so bad. It was
If
terrible.
if this film is going to be
Ugh.
anywhere as bad as that, I'm very scared. I hope Netflix buys it again. That's all I'll say.
But why can't we do like original horror films? Like, why do we have to go back
Because it's
into a
2022 and
franchise?
Scream 5 has come out.
I
you
know,
know,
So
but it's
Amanda, you speaking the
exhausting.
questions that we always ask Hollywood, right? Like, why are you remaking this
And then-
every year?
I know. And we're just gonna get more because it's gonna make money, and that's it. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna keep questioning
The
it.
cycle continues, right? So, to help close out our show here, I wanted to highlight up and coming films because 2021 was stacked because of the pandemic, but all the more the stuff that's got pushed back into this year, 2022 looks quite promising. So, I'm going to kind of kick us off here. This is probably one of the most ridiculous films that we're going to see in the next couple of months, but I am here for it. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent opens on April 22nd, 2022, and it stars Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. And Pablo Pascual, for whatever reason, is going to pay him something like $1 million something to come hang out with him at his house. So that's the premise. Pedro Pascal is going to play like a super fan of Nicolas Cage, and it looks like a off-the-wall meta comedy. Nick Cage doing full-on Nick Cage. I am here for it. I'm a big fan of him, whether he's doing comedy or drama, and I think this is going to be fun. I think Pedro Pascal has a lot of charm himself, and I would love to see them bounce off of each other. The trailer looked fantastic. I'm gonna drop this down to Rye. Have you seen the trailer for this? Are you excited for this?
Oh,
What do you think?
I'm unbelievably excited for this. And it just premiered at South by Southwest today, and nothing but great reviews. People are saying their chemistry's off the walls.
Yes.
And honestly, you get that from the trailer. And I think this is going to be a movie that starts a duo film between these two. I feel like there's not going to be the last time we see them in a film together that's a comedy.
Hopefully.
I think they work immensely well together. And this is all from a trailer. I'm excited. It's a very different premise. And when they first announced this, I'm like, holy shit, bro. I can only imagine where they're going to take this. And it's just great that they're fully embracing the wacky personality of Nick Cage. And they fully realize why people love Nick Cage. And I think that the scene that really explains how I feel towards this movie is in the trailer when they're trying to pull each other over the wall, and Pedro Pascal sacrifices himself. And Nick Cage is like, no, I will come back for you. And he's just like giving it his all. And then he just comes around the corner, like, oh, we could have just walked around the wall. He's like, oh, let's go. So, oh no, I love this. I can't wait for it.
Hell yeah, man. No, I think everybody, like most audiences, love a good bromance, especially a good buddy movie that really works, right? So, Amanda, what about you? Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, I'm really stoked. I think I adore Pedro Pascal as well. And like Nick Cage has been growing on me. I'm not like a massive Nick Cage fan. I know I'm a terrible person,
What?
clearly.
And you
I'm
guys
not.
want to get mad at me for roasting her.
Come on, stop. I'm just saying. He grows on me. Like he's okay. I understand. I saw this trailer. I'm like, I'm very interested. But what I love the most about this is that it's different. It's original. We need more films like this. And I think that this pairing is going to bring everyone together. But I'm really excited. South by Southwest has been giving it rave reviews. So I think it's going to be one to look for. And yeah, I'm excited to see both of them.
I hope so. And Tyler hopes that Nick Cage wins an Oscar for playing himself.
That'd be iconic. And that would
Matt
be like the
thinks so
most Nick
too.
Cage thing to do.
He thinks it's going to be bonkers. Definitely going to see this in theaters. And then he says, at this point, just give Nicolas Cage an Oscar at this point. But you know what? He missed out on a nomination for Pig, which I think was a little bit of a snub, but it was a tough
Agree.
field, So
Agree.
with that being said, though, I'll drop the next one for Amanda. This was her pick of an upcoming film she's excited to see. Why don't you tell us why you're so excited, Amanda?
I'm very excited to watch Morbius. I know how people feel about it. After watching House of Gucci, I'm like, I'm done with Jared Leto, but I feel like he was born to play this character. And again, I look for something that feels unique, especially in the comic book movie world. And I think this looks very different. It looks a bit darker. And I really do love the Venom movies. I do. I love the Sony verse, what they're doing. I know, guys, I know it's okay. I can be different and whatever. But this looks great. And I think that this can introduce like some other characters to come in, especially after No Way Home. We don't know what's going to happen with the timeline, who's going to show up and stuff like that. So, I'm excited. I like his character. I love that he's a vampire and it's just it looks sick. There's some great shots in this trailer that we've seen, and the connections to like Vulture. We see Michael Keaton in the trailer. This can connect to so many things, and it is Morbius, Tyler. Haha. I think it looks cool. I'm excited for it. I think that people need to give Sony some love because they're doing something different. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Whether it's good or bad, they're going against the grain, and that's really important, especially in this industry right now, and just how comic book movies are coming out.
So I'm going to say three things.
Oh God.
First thing, this still is really cool. That's why I picked it. It's really vicious and menacing. You wouldn't think it's a Marvel vampire. It looks really cool. But with that being said, secondly, Morbius was one of those movies that this is like a theme of this show. Who asked for a Morbius movie? Like, look, I love the character in the Spider-Man show, but it's a freaking Spider-Man show. Like, I didn't need to see a Morbius movie, in my opinion. But the last thing I'll say, I'm kind of sandwiching my negativity here, but the last thing I'll say is I did see the final trailer that premiered with the Batman, and it looks a lot more not sucky from the trailer I saw. I mean, I don't have high hopes for it. I still think it's going to be kind of like so, but the last trailer I saw did look a little bit better. So I'll be nice in that way. I know Ryan probably doesn't have nice words for this.
No,
Let me hear it, man. What do you got? Are you excited for Morbius? You're probably not, right?
I was so happy.
Like, why? Just why? There's a reason why this is coming out on April 1st. Happy fucking prankster fucking day, motherfuckers. I'm using a lot of fucks because April Fool, guys. This is a movie that's never coming out. It's not a real movie. They only shot scenes for a trailer. I am convinced that is why it's released on April Fools, bro. It's not a real movie. This possibly can't be real. Like, come on. You guys believe that they'd make a Morbius movie that from the trailer makes absolutely no sense in timeline or multiverse context to anything we've been seeing? Like, who knows?
That's why I'm excited.
I mean, he looks cool.
Very much
like,
so.
Why? Just why?
Yeah, no, and to be fair, I would be fine with it if they didn't show us in the teaser that, hey, Vulture's here. It's like, wait, what? Like, what are we doing here?
Ugh.
I think that's my biggest problem.
And
But that's exciting.
And then they mentioned Venom.
Is it exciting?
It is exciting because, like, why is he there? We'll find out. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. I'm excited.
No, I'm
Watch it be
not
great.
excited. It's gonna be a shit reason. I'm telling you.
Watch it be better than Venom too.
Yeah, but remember, it's Sony that wrote this. Sony took control of all of this.
Hey, Ryan, Tyler brings up a good point. Ryan, how happy would you be if Blade took him out in the post-credit scene?
Oh, him and Black Knight from Eternals just roll up on this fucker and decapitate him.
Let's do it.
Decapitate him.
I would be very happy.
Honestly,
see good things.
I hope he has a monologue at the end for a post-credit scene talking to his girlfriend Isaiah Gonzalez in the movie about how he wants to be a hero, and then he just gets cut off because Blade just comes out of nowhere with his katana and cuts his head off, and it's just Mahershala Ali with his glasses coming out like
I need this.
with his sword.
I
Like,
need it.
I would pay to see that.
See,
bro, I'd see honestly, I'd see Morbius 5 times.
it's
if that's
gonna
the
happen
case.
now. I'm manifesting this. Yay!
No,
And
no,
honestly,
you are not
I
manifesting
I would
this.
give Morbius 5 stars if we hear Marshall Ali tell Morbius, motherfucker's
coming to
always
kill
trying to
you.
skate uphill.
Bro, if I don't, if Morbius is not threatened to be killed by Blade or not killed by Blade at the very least, then I consider this movie an absolute loss in my book. Absolute loss.
Never know what's gonna happen.
All I know is if they decide to go the animated cartoon 93 route and decide to suck blood from his hands, that would have been way cooler. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. They had to go with the most uninspirational way.
So going from a horrific looking character to an actual horror film, this one was picked by our fourth suit up geek, who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. Shouts out to Mr. Crockpot, our man Dives. Follow him at Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. He chose The Black Phone, starring Ethan Hawke. It opens June 24th this summer. Directed by Scott Derrickson. It reunites Ethan Hawke and Derrickson. They both worked together on Sinister, which I just recently saw it not too long ago. One of the scariest freaking movies I've ever seen in my life. Nanda, how excited are you for The Black Phone? Is this one of your upcoming films you're excited to see?
I'm very excited. I remember when Ryan got mad because it got moved to June 24th. So yeah, I'm really stoked for this. Derrickson's great. Ethan Hawke looks absolutely terrifying in that trailer. I watched it like 5 or 6 times, and it's just so good every single time I watch it. But I guess the placement's better. It's the summer. Kids are out of school, and all those 14-year-olds are going to try to get in to watch this. So I'm really excited. Like, the trailer scared me, so I can't wait to watch the full thing.
What about you, Ryan? You're a horror head, man. You got to be excited for this, right?
I'm pissed. Very pissed.
What?
Listen to me, Loretto. I was this close to seeing it in February, and then they had to push it back. Why? They and the worst part is they did it right after it premiered at some Texas film festival.
Yeah.
And so critics were like, "Oh my god, this movie's so good." And then a week before it was, or like 2 or 3 weeks before it was supposed to release, they pushed it back. I'm like, "Yo, motherfuckers." I can't wait for this movie though. I love Derrickson. I'm a fan of his work. Sinister, one of my favorite horror films of all time. Scary as fucking shit. Ethan Hawke looks scary as hell in this movie. I love it. I can't wait for this. One of my most anticipated films of the year, without a doubt.
Hell yeah, man. I feel like this is one of those movies where I'm gonna be really antsy. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you gotta pee, you probably will have a hard time holding because you'll be like on the edge of your seat, kind of like squirming and stuff like that. That's the vibe I got from the trailer, man. I can't wait for this either. But I feel you, right? I think June is a little bit too far away from my liking. But with that being said, man, round us out with your pick for your most excited upcoming film, man. I mean, how much explanation does this need, man? Break this down for us.
Literally the most gangster MCU film of all time. That's the perfect way to describe it. Literally, once Patrick Stewart confirmed that was his voice, and he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe the internet just heard me from my voice, my shoulder." I'm like, bro, you got like the most distinct British fucking accent of all time. What are you talking about, your shoulder? Like, come on. Like, if my guy is confirming this like 2 weeks after the trailer, what else is in this movie? Like, literally, my balls are gonna explode. I can't believe it. This movie is gonna be insane. No matter what leaks we hear, no matter how true they are, kind of like they're exceeding Spider-Man No Way Home type of vibes, and I can't believe this is happening level of shit. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, even in this poster, top left, who is that woman in the shard?
Wait, isn't that Rachel McAdams or no?
Nope.
I feel like it is Rachel.
That does. Oh yeah, it is Rachel McAdams. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
I'm just blind. But like Captain Carter, bro.
To be someone.
Captain Carter from What If it is promoted on the fucking poster. And then only just, oh no. there's just so much potential with this movie and just so much. Wow, they're really just gonna fuck the multiverse up. The only thing that I really want to know is how they're gonna connect this to Spider-Man No Way Home and how they're gonna explain what really happened if no one really remembers. You know what I mean? Like, what is going to be the different timeline change that still caused those events? Just it wasn't Peter Parker messing up the spell. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot where the example comes from. Maybe it was the Flash. Like, you you prevent um something from happening. You save 5 people, but then time's only going to readjust and have a bigger horrific event and kill 20 people. So what are you going
Mhm.
to do? Have 5 people die or have 20 people die? And I think that's the type of multiverse ramifications we're going to start getting. And I'm very interested to see it.
So Matt White says it's going to be an acid trip, and he's pumped for it. I
Only time
agree
I
with you, Rye.
promote smoking
This is
pot.
just going to be off the
Yes.
wall. There's so many questions from each thing they release, and actually, you showed us in our chat the Empire cover with a dinosaur on it. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the dinosaur going to play? What
It's
role
so
is he going to play
random.
in this story? You know, for me, it's all about Sam Raimi. I think as much as I love Scott Derrickson, I don't know what happened between him and Marvel. I think maybe he was getting a little bit too scary for their tastes, but I think Sam Raimi. I think he can marry the horror and the bonkers elements that are going to happen here. What about you, Amanda? Like, are you pretty stoked for this? I mean,
I'm nervous for it. I have to admit. I think that having the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home really worked, and it catered to the story. And with Multiverse of Madness, I'm just nervous that they're going to have cameo, 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 and it's not really going to make sense, or it's going to overpower the storyline. And they're trying to do too much. And in the trailer, I feel like that's what's going to happen because we saw a lot in that trailer. So I'm excited for it, but I'm very nervous at the same time. I do think that if Deadpool is going to make a cameo before his third film, it's going to be this 100%. I think that he's going to be in this because there's rumored that there's going to be so many people, mutants coming in, obviously, because Wanda's there too. So this can set up so many other things. And I hope it's really good, but I am nervous. I'm excited, but also very nervous.
you actually bring up some good points because I feel like from the trailers we've gotten, it's like, who is the villain here? Is it going to be Wanda? Baron Mordo was teased at the end of the Doctor Strange first film, and it's
Yeah.
like kind of like curious. There's almost no real, like, we don't know who the real threat is yet. Is it
It,
Mephisto?
the
I
thing
mean,
is, it just seems like this all happens because of No Way Home and the ramifications.
Mhm.
But then, how does Wanda plan being the villain? Like, I don't know. So many
Yeah.
questions of just like, how does this pan out? Like, how does America Chavez work into all of this too?
And Loki's in
Like,
this too.
he's rumored.
Well,
Amanda,
I'm sorry, but I'm saying Loki's in this possibly. So then the TVA is going to be in this. Is Kang going to make an appearance? Like you don't know what's going to happen
I
either.
do
So
know. I
okay,
do.
then tell us,
I
oh wise
do.
one.
I tried. I tried, but you just kept rudely interrupting me.
Oh my
Sorry.
god. Continue then. I'm so
No,
sorry.
I think
sorry.
with multiverse stuff
I
though,
don't
I
want to say
think
it.
one of these days, I mean, whether it's Doctor Strange or Quantum Mania, I need
Mm.
like a thorough explanation about when this all starts getting clear. It's like I just need a thorough
Yeah.
explain this to me like I'm five kind of moment. You know what I mean? But
Literally.
yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. I think that was pretty fun. I hope everyone else enjoyed
Mhm.
it as well. We don't have a lot going on right now, but you can follow my man Ryan on Twitter at just Ryan again. Anything new with you, man? Anything you're working on over there in Colorado?
Nah, man. I'm just busy with school and shit. We just chilling, trying to get in all those movies and stuff like
I
that.
heard a word around the campfire. You got some film projects in the shadows.
Oh yeah, I got I'm director of photography on a student film in my school, which is really cool. Depending on how that works out, I'm hoping I can post it. So I'm really excited for that. I think we're shooting the second week of April. So who knows what happens with that. But yeah, you guys can always follow my Twitter to stay up to date with all that cool shit.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, we'd love to see it.
Mhm.
Amanda, what's new with you? You got anything going on over at Candid Cinema? Everyone, please check out her channel if you haven't.
Thank you. I don't know. I just hit 500 subs over there, so I was very happy about that. I may do a video for that. I'm just planning some stuff, trying to get reorganized. Yeah, I don't know what I have coming up. Maybe a Pixar ranking, who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna lay low this week and see what I can come up with. But yeah, guys can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd.
Sorry, I just lost my audio.
No. I don't
But yeah,
know.
so since we should end here, I just want to say we are a proud member of the Music City Drive-In Network. Please go check out their website. We are happy to be a part of the team. Please follow our IG, our Instagram. Follow us on Twitter at the Seat of Geeks. Please like and subscribe down below if you enjoy the show. This is a brand new segment or brand new show on this channel. We will have more coming. For Amanda, for Rye, and myself. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next time if I could find the video. Peace out.